Philip and Patty Campbell's Blue Gum Farm has become one of the most successful operations in Victoria. Year after year, they're the leading vendor at Inglis Premier, and week after week, their graduates are successful on the racetrack. And in the past 12 months, some of the industry's biggest accolades have been handed to the Blue Gum staff as well. Philip, every year Blue Gum Farm just seems to have Inglis Premier Sale graduate after graduate winning, and not just winning, but winning some of the biggest races on the Australian calendar, and 2020 was no exception. You had an incredible spring, in particular September run winning the Coolmore and Alibor the Sandown Guineas.
Yes, that was a great period, Caroline. It really was. Provided us with a lot of fun here at the farm. When you sell horses, that's one thing, but being able to watch them compete on the racetrack and compete at that level is a totally different thing, and it gives us here at the farm a hell of a lot of satisfaction to see the horses performing at that level. And you know, you mentioned September Run, who won 3 on the trot, culminating in the Coolmore up the straight, and Alibor, who did such a wonderful job to win the Sandown Guineas. We also had a horse that we sold up to Singapore, Michael Clements up there, a horse called Big Hearted, who won the Singapore Gold Cup. So it's been another wonderful year, and they've been the main flag bearers, but there have been a lot of other horses that have raced very, very well and won nice races, and it's particularly satisfying for us.
And another testament to yourself and Patty, your staff. Wendy Smith, you know, she received the overall excellence award at the Australian Stud and Stable Staff Awards, and other accolades were received through the year for Chris Kent and Samson Sabando.
Yes, we couldn't do it without the people that we work with, Caroline. We're very, very lucky to have those individuals that you just mentioned and others working with us here at the farm. It was a really big thrill. I know you were involved with the Stud and Stable Awards, but during a difficult time of the year, to be able to celebrate Wendy's achievements with her and the other folks here on the farm was just amazing. And you know, it was a great recognition for Wendy of a lifetime spent in the thoroughbred industry. She's held positions of importance and trust at major organisations, and we've been lucky enough to be working with her, I think, for the last 8 years now. It was wonderful that the industry saw fit to recognise Wendy in that way, and Chris was recognised by TBV here, and Samson was also recognised by a breeders group here. So their input into what we do, we can't speak highly enough about them, and we're delighted to be working with them.
Yeah, it's been absolutely great to see. We start for 2021 Inglis Premier with lot 70. This is a colt by Written Tycoon from Jibe for Rob Crabtree and Dorrington Farm. We know, of course, Written Tycoon is now based at Arrowfield Stud. He's having another wonderful season thanks to Ole Kirk, and also now his Golden Slipper winning son Capitalist is getting some really promising first crop 2-year-olds. Jibe's by Fastnet Rock. She won the Gimcrack and the Shirako Stakes, and already has 2 to race for 2 winners. This is just a wonderful matchup between Jibe, you'd imagine, and Written Tycoon.
Yeah, look, I went down, I've had a couple of visits down to Rob's farm at that beautiful property down on the river at Nagambie, Dorrington Farm, and I spotted this colt a little while ago, and I had to work hard on Rob to get him to send him to us to go to Melbourne. He was a standout in the paddock for mine. He really was. Just a magnificent looking colt. He's got a real swagger about him. He exudes quality, and that's what drew us to him in the first instance. And he's been here at the farm for a while now, and he's prepping up beautifully. You know, we probably didn't even give Written Tycoon the credit he deserves in that intro, Caroline. I mean, his deeds on the racetrack through his progeny at the moment are just amazing. As you said, Capitalist was a racehorse a little while ago who's now gone to stud and making a great start to that career. Ole Kirk is racing at the moment. Like Capitalist, you had Written By, who was a wonderful, wonderful young horse who's now at stud, and we anxiously await his progeny. And here we have a colt by this stallion out of a Fastnet Rock mare. The mare's 3rd foal. She's had 2 foals to the races so far. They've both won. Interestingly, they're both fillies. This is her first colt, and he is an absolute cracker. He will not disappoint anyone that looks at him.
Lot 242 is by Manhattan Rain from Personal Ensign. It was great, of course, seeing how well the first of the Blue Gum Farm conceived Manhattan Rain sold last year. We know he was a Group 1 winning 2-year-old himself and sire of a Golden Slipper winner. But I just love Personal Ensign, the mare. She's a stakes winner. She's had 8 to race for 7 winners, including Fontaton, who won the 2 Blue Diamond lead-ups and the Inglis banner. And, of course, your wonderful Sartorial Splendour, winner of the Red Anchor. And I just love Rubiton as a broodmare sire. She just keeps doing it, doesn't she?
She's a very, very special girl, Caroline. As a matter of fact, I have been known to get a little bit emotional when talking about Personal Ensign. She's just been so special for us. My mum and dad raced her with some wonderful friends, and she was a terrific race filly. Whatever she did on the racetrack, she's improved on that record again at start. I mean, she's thrown us 2 group winners amongst those winners that you mentioned. And interestingly, Fontaton, as a broodmare, her first foal is a filly called Pinkham that's in Mick Price's stable. Fontaton also has a very, very nice Schnitzel 2-year-old colt in the Kieran Maher stable. We sold this colt's full sister last year to Kieran. She was a cracking filly. She made $310,000. This colt is just another wonderful advertisement for the mare, and I really like this horse. He's got a lovely loose walk about him. He's got size, he's got stretch, he's got a great attitude, and I'm very, very happy to put another member of the Personal Ensign clan in front of you.
Lot 321 is a filly by Sebring from Shamalia. Sebring, of course, a Golden Slipper winning son of More Than Ready, a sire of the Horse of the Year Dissident, Criterion, and many more Group 1 winners, of course, including the Doncaster winner, Natoya. And Shamalia, she was a really hugely talented race mare. She won the birthday card and probably should have won more big races. She's by Shamadal from a Redout's Choice mare, Lalia, who's also produced Triple Crown Stakes winner in Emperor's Way. So it's quite a strong family, and all the gun stallions involved.
Lovely family, and more pleasing to us is a lovely filly. We purchased this mare, Chris and I, up on the Gold Coast a couple of years back for a very, very good client of ours in Mike Howard, and Mike loved the bloodlines that you've just very, very well told us about. Caroline, Shamadale mare, obviously, carrying a Sebring foal, and look, we're delighted with this filly. She's come on in leaps and bounds. Not making any more Sebrings, unfortunately, and he's been a wonderful sire of fillies. This filly has just been a filly that has continued to make up and improve, and I heard a saying just recently whereby a lot of Sebrings were ready for the sale 6 months after the actual sale date. Well, I can tell you that I believe the guys have got this filly peaking for the sale physically. She's a wonderful article. She's got a lovely shoulder, a lovely hind quarter. She's got balance, she's got quality. She walks along really, really nicely, and out of a good running mare. I mean, Shamalia's only had the 2 foals so far. This is her 3rd. As you say, she was a very, very good running mare herself. The Sebring fillies, Egg Tart, Natoya, Amphitrite, I mean, they speak for themselves. Shamadale is a broodmare sire. He can get 3-year-old classic winners. He can get terrific sprinting horses out of his daughters. He can get very, very good 2-year-olds. I think this is a wonderful pedigree mix, and as I say, we just couldn't be happier with the filly. I think she's a cracker.
Lot 336, this is a colt by Shalar from Systonic. Shalar's obviously a son of Invincible Spirit, of course, with the Breeders' Plate and Magic Millions winner Shakiro, just a fabulous first crop son for Shalar. This colt's not only the half-brother to multiple winner Setonic, but his dam is a 3/4 sister to the mighty Black Caviar by Bellesprit, and it's another one for Rob Crabtree, who of course had such success with the great mare Scandinavia.
Well, you know, this family gets talked about a hell of a lot, Caroline, and it all started with that wonderful mare of Rob, Scandinavia, and I'm absolutely delighted that he's got a mare from this family like Systonic, who is throwing individuals like this for him. You know, this is just as good a female family as we get here in the Australian stud book. Invincible Spirit's sons, Vinny and now Shalar, I mean, they seem to go very, very well here under the Australian conditions. This is another colt that we saw down at Dorrington that we suggested to Rob we could do very, very well with for him at the Melbourne sale. We're so thankful that he has sent the horse to us amongst his group of yearlings that he sent to us this year. I think this colt is a colt that has got a wonderful page, obviously. He's also a very, very nice individual. He's got swagger about him. He's got that lovely loose walk. He's got great length. He's going to be a popular horse at the sale, there's no doubt about that, because on physical score and on pedigree score, he's a terrific article, and we're really looking forward to producing him down at Oaklands.
Lot 364 is a colt by Headwater from Squaw Peak. We know Headwater, well, he's one of the best bred stallions around. He's by Exceed and Excel from the Oakley Plate winner River Dove, and he's produced the exciting Wisdom of Water early on in his career. This colt's from a Schnitzel mare. She was a winner herself, and it's just her first foal, and it's a three-quarter brother to the stakes-placed Major Wager.
You hit the nail on the head here when you mentioned that this is the mare's first foal. From day one, he's been a cracker, Caroline. Everyone here at the farm has admired this horse, and people we've had through the farm have admired this horse physically. She's since had a very, very nice grunt foal. She's in foaled a brutal first season this year. But what she's done with this colt by Headwater at her first attempt is just fantastic. We love him. He's a big, strong animal. He's a chestnut in colour, but he's got great presence, strength, as I say. His movement is terrific. He's a nice, correct horse. I know the Inglis boys on their visits here through the farm have always rated this colt. He's out of a young Schnitzel mare who was a winner and placed in Sydney and has got that good, solid family behind her, as you say. This is a horse that we were keen to put on your preview because we just think he's such a cracking type. We're tickle pink with the article we've got.
Lot 413 is a colt by Lonhro from Truly Wicked. Lonhro, of course, he was a horse of the year, wonderful champion racehorse and champion sire. Truly Wicked, she's another daughter of the wonderful Cox Plate winner Rubiton, and what a superb broodmare she's been. Only 2 dams on the page for this colt, and he's a half-brother to the Hong Kong star and Alquoz sprint winner Amber Sky.
Yeah, well, of course, he was a world-class sprinter, Amber Sky. The mare's had 6 winners. Obviously, Amber Sky is the best of them. We sold a very, very nice colt out of this mare by Exceed and Excel last year to Sun Stud at the Premier Sale. Caroline, his name is Gulf of Aden. He's in the Chris Waller camp. Interestingly, he still holds an entry for the Golden Slipper. We're particularly happy to be able to market this horse for our great friends, Des Pope and his family. They've been wonderful breeders over the years and raced many, many top horses, Truly Wicked being one of them, Innovation Girl another, and the list is long and endless through their association with Rubiton. This colt is a good, strong animal. He's a nice, correct animal. He's by a sire that we know can get a top liner, including many nice colts that have now gone on to stud. He's out of a Rubiton mare who has been a terrific broodmare influence. So once again, I feel that we've got a very, very strong page here. I feel that we've got a very, very good article. And we're really looking forward to watching this 2-year-old in Sydney, and hopefully he can add to the page like that colt was last year. I'm very, very confident that we've got a very, very good article out of this great mare again this year.
And finally, we look at lot 559 by Invincible Spirit's Dual Hemisphere Sun Territories, a Group 1 winner in France. He's already produced some wonderful horses in the Northern Hemisphere and only has his first 2-year-olds here now. The Colt's Dam copy is by Winx's sire Street Cry. She won 3 times herself and has already produced a multiple winner. The second dam's the speedy Silver Slipper Stakes winner Plagiarise.
Yeah, look, it's a very, very strong page, Caroline, and once again it drew our great friend Mike Howard to this mare, and we purchased the mare for Mike carrying this foal. A good friend of mine, Peter Ford, was actually underbidder on the mare, and he came up to me straight afterwards and was telling me how much he liked that mare. Nice young Street Cry mare. Well, I can't wait to show Pete this colt because, wow, she's thrown a cracker. This horse from day one has been a very, very impressive animal. He's a nice size, he's got good length, nice scopy animal, and of course Street Cry as a broodmare sire has just been phenomenal. I mean, even here in Australia with the likes of Farnan and Lyre and our own September run, and of course his record in the Northern Hemisphere speaks for itself. We've got a yearling by this young son of Invincible Spirit, who we know his sons have gone so well here in Australia. He may not be on everyone's list to start with, but he's going to turn some heads because he looks athletic, he's got quality, and then he's got that solid page behind him. We were probably feeling a little bit pessimistic looking at them at the start of the season, but the interest that we've had in this group of horses again this year with technology these days and online bidding, the ability for those people to engage with trainers and agents to be able to purchase or buy into the horses that they want to buy into. The sales results this year I think have just highlighted what an amazingly resilient industry this is, And we here at Blue Gum are very, very proud to be a part of it, and we're looking forward very, very much to being involved again at Oaklands Junction. It's a fantastic sales complex. I think Inglis are doing a wonderful job marketing the sale again this year. And for our part, we love being a part of the overall scene, and we sell very, very well there, and we're looking forward to doing the same thing again this year.
Really looking forward to rerunning some of that yearling vision as these horses go on to win stakes races in coming years. Coming up after the break on the 2021 Inglis Premier Yearling Sale Preview, we look at the draft from Esker Lodge.